kickoff for Indianapolis.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is Gibson. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
The tackle made.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
31 yards.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Mixon with a first down carry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Catch made here by Campbell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's
a gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
He is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is Gibson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First down, Cincinnati.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
It's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
From the gun is Eason. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He was defended by Julian Blackmon.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and it's third down.
Incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation. The Bengals drive about to get going. They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up in it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
It's a gain of 48.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And goal.
Called that a very strong gain of 24. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Bengals 17. Colts 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
1 yard.
And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. It across midfield inside the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. Hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Campbell making the catch. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
29-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. On 1st down, Jacob Eason.
That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Eason. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And 9.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Eason eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Look to fight another down, right?
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
He's tackled at the
as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
For the Colts field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And that one will fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down, Bengals.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted.
Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackmon.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Let's go! Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, Eason.
He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Colts 24. Bengals.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Johnson, the intended target.
And a Bengal
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Eason gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. you've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 29. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Eason sets to throw it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. Flushed out right. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Here's Eason to throw. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
On second down now. It's Taylor, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis.
17.
It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They'll look to run with Taylor, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in, and the Colts add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier, now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Complete to
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Colts 45, Bengals 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return is Hines. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Number 28, Jonathan.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
On 1st and 10, Eason. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Now Eason.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down and less than a yard.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Snags it for the pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason, he'll get that one to Taylor, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. That's out to the left and complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran out to the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd
and 12 now at the 44-yard line. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now the 2nd down throw on target. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun is Eason. And he'll find Pittman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
13-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Colts 58, Bengals 24. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
4-yard line.
Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.